it going, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, we're wrapping this week up with another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, I'm going to be talking about the entire situation with Jesy Nelson, Nicki Minaj, and the remaining members of Little Mix. So for those of you who don't know, I am actually a massive Little Mix fan, so all of this drama that's been going down with Jesy Nelson, the rest of the girls, Nicki Minaj getting involved, I'm just absolutely mind-boggled, and it's actually a story that's kind of been developing all week. I'm sure you guys have seen headlines, but you might not know entirely what's been going on, which is exactly why I wanted to do this video and break down the entire story for you top to bottom. Essentially, there's been a lot of drama going down with Jesy Nelson ever since she left Little Mix and released her first solo single that featured Nicki Minaj. She's been accused of blackfishing. There's unverified screenshots going around that are allegedly from DMs that Leigh sent to TikToker. There's been unfollowing on Instagram. There was an explosive Instagram live where Nicki Minaj went for Leigh. It's just a whole freaking situation and a half, and there's a lot that we need to get through on this Friday, and I know your time is valuable, especially when we're about to kick off the weekend. So let's not waste any time and get straight to unwrapping these Jesy Nelson, Nicki Minaj, and Little Mix facts. All right, so first of all, a little background for those of you who don't quite keep up with Little Mix the way I do. So originally, Little Mix had 4 members: my girl Perry Edwards, Jesy Nelson, Jade Thirlwall, and Leigh. Now, unfortunately, in December of last year, Jesy Nelson announced that she would be leaving the group after nearly a decade together, saying that she needed to leave for health reasons. Let's be honest, it was a sad day for those of us who absolutely loved seeing all 4 ladies of Little Mix together because they did give us some amazing, amazing music, but the remaining 3 members of Little Mix have definitely kept it pushing. Which now, of course, brings us to what's been happening lately. So recently, after taking some time, Jesy Nelson decided that it was her moment to debut her first solo single. That's exactly what she did. It is a single called Boys, and it features Nicki Minaj. I do want to mention that P. Diddy also made a little cameo in the music video. Now, while Jesy Nelson was accused of cultural appropriation back in 2018 when she was still with Little Mix, when it came to her first solo single and her first solo music video, based on her appearance in that video, the internet has now accused her of full-on blackfishing. Now, for those of you who don't know what blackfishing is, by definition, it refers to when non-black people alter their appearance or take on characteristics associated with a black person's phenotype for profit or commercial gain. Now, when you look at Jesy's appearance in that music video, you can absolutely see why people were calling her out and making these comments. In addition to Jesy's appearance during the music video, she also received a lot of criticism for collabing with Nicki Minaj in the first place. Now, Jesy received this criticism for a couple of reasons. Number one, Nicki Minaj recently came under fire for making anti-vax comments on Twitter. I don't want to debate this in the comments. I just believe that everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Now, as far as the second reason why people were criticizing Jesy for collabing with Nicki Minaj, that has to do with her husband, Kenneth Petty. For those of you who don't know, Nicki and Kenneth are currently being sued by a woman who Kenneth was convicted of attempting to rape 25 years ago. Although Kenneth was accused of attempted rape, convicted, and served his time, this woman has now come forward 25 years later and is accusing Nicki and Kenneth of harassing her and threatening her to recant her story. So yeah, between this current lawsuit against her and her husband and the comments she made about the vaccine, Nicki Minaj has really found herself in a lot of controversy. But still, during a recent interview with Vulture, Jesy actually defended her decision to collab with Nicki. In regards to her anti-vax comments, Jesy said, quote, "Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. If Nicki feels like she hasn't done her full research and she wants to know more about the vaccination, then that's her opinion." Jesy went on to say, quote, "She's there to be on my song to do her part. She's literally made my song even better. That's nothing to do with my song and what we're doing together." During this Vulture interview, Jesy also addressed those blackfishing accusations. She said that when she was in Little Mix, she never received any comments like that, and then when she came out of the band, people were all of a sudden saying it. Jesy also mentioned that she wasn't on social media much then, and that her team mostly handled things. Jesy then went on to say, quote, "But I mean, like, I love black culture, I love black music, that's all I know. It's what I grew up on. I'm very aware that I'm a white British woman. I've never said that I wasn't." When Jesy was asked flat out if she's changed the way she acts or dresses, she said that no, she's just being herself, and then she continued saying, quote, "If you look at me on X Factor with my big curly hair, I was wearing trainers and combats. That's who I am as an artist and Jesy. Now I'm out of Little Mix. I've gone back to being who I am. Like I said, I don't ever want to be an artist who's being told what to wear or what music to make. I want to be authentic and true to myself. And if people don't like that, don't be my fan. Don't be a part of my journey." Now, after this blackfishing controversy when it came to Jesy Nelson's music video, fans started buzzing when they noticed that the 3 remaining members of Little Mix unfollowed Jesy Nelson on Instagram. It's worth mentioning that she does not follow them either. either. After the reports about the remaining 3 members of Little Mix unfollowing Jesy Nelson started to gain traction, then came these unverified DMs. These unverified DMs showed up on TikTok. They were allegedly sent to a TikToker, and these DMs show Leigh saying that Jesy Nelson actually blocked them. And don't quote me on this, but I also believe in those unverified DMs that Leigh was allegedly also addressing the whole blackfishing controversy when it came to Jesy Nelson. So because it appeared as though Leigh was going after Jesy Nelson in these unverified DMs, you can see why people started to get upset. Now, I do want to make it clear there's a lot of inconsistencies when it comes to these DMs, but nonetheless, Nicki Minaj still decided to go after Leigh during an Instagram live that she did earlier this week with Jesy Nelson. This Instagram live was absolutely insane, and during this Instagram live, Nicki Minaj first addressed Leigh saying, quote, "If I was rocking with you for 10 years and there was something so horrible about you, and then as soon as we part ways, I was like texting people about you, immediately that person has to wear a big red clown nose and clown boots." Later on in the live, Nicki Minaj seemingly addressed Leigh again saying, quote, "What we won't have is someone texting and telling influencers to talk badly about this girl. I know singers that tan a lot. It's their business. It's their right. It's different when someone comes out and pretends to be black. Sweetheart, take the messages and shove them up your. Don't come out to try to ruin anyone. Let her enjoy this time." It was a lot, and that wasn't even all the comments that were made. Other comments were made by Nicki where she was saying, if you want a solo career, go out and get one. It was a whole situation and a half, and basically Jesy Nelson did nothing to defend Leigh at all. She just kind of giggled when Nicki Minaj was making these comments, and then she thanked Nicki for having her back. During this Instagram live, I do want to say that Jesy Nelson also addressed the blackfishing comments and the blackfishing accusations. She said that it was never her intention to offend anyone. Her intention was to celebrate the music she grew up listening to. That's 90s and 2000s R&B. Jesy also insisted that she did not overly tan for the music video on purpose and that she had just gotten back from holiday in Antigua. And she also once again reiterated that she never got these comments until she left Little Mix. Now, since that Instagram live, as far as what's happening right now, the remaining members of Little Mix have not publicly said anything in regards to Jesy Nelson and Nicki Minaj and all of their comments. Because let's be honest, they're busy with their babies. Leigh just had twins, and Perry Edwards also just had a little boy. Now, Nicki, on the other hand, has continued to back up her controversial comments during that Instagram live with several tweets. She seemingly called Leigh corny in this one. She then said that she has a vendetta against Jesy, and then in the last tweet, she called her out for bullying Jesy when she knows that Jesy has struggled with bullying in the past. Whew. Okay, that was a lot of information, and I absolutely have some thoughts about all of this, so let's go ahead and make this pop-off official and get straight to that shambong. Feels good to shambong back in LA. Okay, so here's the thing. As a major Little Mix fan, it's really hard to see all of this drama that's going down because I always felt, unlike Fifth Harmony, Little Mix always stuck together. And they were on the receiving end of a lot of negative comments. People commented about what they wore. People commented about their weight. And time again, these 4 ladies absolutely stuck together. They had a sisterhood. And on top of that, like I've said 1,000 times during this video, they also gave us fantastic music. In fact, if you watched my old show at my old job, you know that I was constantly begging people to listen to Little Mix. That way they could gain the popularity in the United States that they deserved. However, when it comes to Jesy Nelson and her solo single debut and that music video, let's not beat around the bush here. Her appearance was absolutely questionable. I love Jesy. I love Nicki. Hell, I even love P. Diddy, but Jessy's appearance in that video absolutely deserved all of the criticism that it got online. And you know what? I'll give it to Nicki. There are absolutely other artists out there and other celebrities out there who are definitely also questionable, but it's interesting to me that Nicki Minaj is going so hard for Jesy Nelson when she collabed with Little Mix all together on their song Woman Like Me, and she knows that all of the ladies of Little Mix absolutely love her. Or at least they previously did, because after that Instagram live, I guarantee they probably feel differently. And speaking of that Instagram live, when it comes to Nicki, I absolutely love her. You guys know I'm a fan, but I also can't lie to you, it definitely rubbed me the wrong way. I just didn't like how hard she came for Leigh, especially when those DMs were definitely unverified. I felt like all of that was not deserved at all. And when it comes comes to Nicki, I truly feel like she just has a lot going on right now in her life. She does have a lot of controversy happening in her life. So maybe she's just focusing on this Jesy Nelson thing as a way to kind of distract herself from the other really big things happening. I truly think that at the end of the day, Nicki Minaj would rather make headlines for going in on Leigh and saying things on Instagram Live and backing up Jesy Nelson when her appearance was obviously questionable. I think she would rather make headlines for that than have people talk about the other things happening in her life, like that lawsuit and those anti-vax comments. And back to talking about Leigh, clearly you guys can probably tell I'm on the side that I really don't believe those DMs. I do believe that they're fake. And aside from just some of the inconsistencies that people were pointing out online, for me, the biggest thing is Leigh just had twins. She is a new mother of 2 twin babies. You think this woman has time to go on Instagram and DM TikTokers about, oh, Jesy blocked us on Instagram? You think this woman is going to take time out of her day to do that? Like, absolutely not. I don't know. I just think at the end of the day, the remaining members of Little Mix are obviously going to protect one another. That's probably why they're not speaking out. They're not even bringing any more attention to the situation. And that's also probably why they all decided to ice Jesy Nelson out at the same time. And while yes, unfollowing on social media can be a petty move, I also understand that in some circumstances, it has to be done. They felt like they really needed to cut the cord once and for all. And I can't blame them for it. I truly think that they really don't care about Jesy Nelson leaving the group anymore. I think it did sting at the beginning. I think that they were absolutely hurt over it. Again, they were together for nearly a decade. They created music together for nearly a decade. They spent so much time together for nearly a decade. Of course, when Jesy Nelson left, they're going to be upset. And they're also probably going to really have to make that tough decision that they need to separate themselves from her for a little bit. That's not surprising to me at all. But at the end of the day, I really don't think at this point they care about what she's doing. I don't think they're reveling in this controversy. I don't think they're happy that Jesy Nelson was getting dragged. I think they are busy just focusing on their own lives and each other. And I feel like at this point, when it comes to Jesy, she needs to just focus on herself, focus on moving forward, focus on this solo career that she clearly wanted. She's out of the group now, so she needs to let them do their own thing and she can do her own thing over here. And as far as Nicki Minaj is concerned, hopefully she can work out everything going on in her personal life. That way she can stay out of controversies in the public. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you guys, one of my main priorities is that the remaining members of Little Mix continue to pump out amazing, amazing music. Because let's be honest, we all need more good music in our lives and a little less internet drama. All right, you guys, that is the full breakdown I have for you on this whole Jesy Nelson, Nicki Minaj, and Little Mix situation and my opinions. Now that you've heard what I think, I want to hear all of your thoughts and feels on this down below. While you guys are at it, please give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, don't forget to keep coming back to my channel to check out my YouTube shorts. You guys can also find all of my merch at my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.